What's up, Ragin Nation? This is Alex. You're watching the Ragin Nation show, Transformers 4 edition. This is just a web series where we're talking about all things that matter to me for the production of the 4th installment of the live-action Transformers film franchise directed by Michael Bay. This is update number 74. And before we begin this video, I just want to say Happy New Year to the Ragin Nation. This is our year. Transformers Age of Extinction comes out this year. In 6 months from now, or less than 6 months from now, we got a Super Bowl teaser coming out in 30 days. Man, it's gonna be big, okay? But we gotta keep the hype going. We gotta keep the excitement going. It's quite a journey to get to June 27th of 2014, so let's talk about some stuff, all right? But before I talk about some stuff, I just gotta mention something that's very interesting, and that is my friend called me from Hong Kong, okay? He's in Hong Kong right now, and he told me that his friend's wife, I know his friend, so my friend's wife actually works in the 4 seasons that Michael Bay stayed at while he was filming Transformers Age of Extinction in Hong Kong. And he also told me that if I was in Hong Kong and I wanted to stay at the 4 seasons in Hong Kong, his wife could have hooked me up and put me at the suite right next to Michael Bay's, or at least on the same floor. Imagine that. That would be awesome. I would just freaking put my ear to the wall, or if he was next to me, or I'd just like keep my door open just so that I can hear him leave, and that way I know where the heck they're going to film, and then I would like just follow the entire production all the way through to the very end. That would have been really sweet. That would have been really, really sweet. But the thing is that, well, I never got an opportunity to be there, which really breaks my heart, and it breaks my heart even knowing more. I mean, breaks my heart even more knowing that I could have stayed on the same floor at the 4 Seasons Hotel that Michael Bay is staying at. Anyways, moving on. I don't want to talk about it anymore. It's kind of depressing. But let's move on and talk about some toys, and specifically a series of toys called Pop Wars figures. All right. Ragin Nation member Vincent Solano, what's up, buddy? Thanks for sending me the link. He sent me a link to a photo of these Pop Wars figures, and what they are these SD figures, okay? If you don't know what SD means, it means super deformed, and what it usually looks like is that the character has a really, really big head and a small body, and you just put it there, and then it's for display, all right? So what we have here is Pop Wars figures from Transformers Age of Extinction, and what we see is, of course, Optimus Prime, Bumblebee, and Drift. Yeah, that's right. I said Drift, the Bugatti Veyron, and check this out. Drift is a samurai, which is freaking awesome. Drift should be a samurai. Drift should have a lot of Japanese influence on his robot character mode. I mean, his robot mode, because Drift all along has always been a samurai. And what's cool about this toy is that we get to make out, you know, kind of what he's gonna look like, especially with the helmet and the fact that he carries 2 swords. Drift is a double sword wielding Autobot who's gonna go. At least that could possibly happen, okay? But what I'd like to see is him slicing Decepticons in half using 2 swords at the same time. I mean, this guy can take on 2 Decepticons at one time, alright? So, that is super exciting. I mean, did anyone think that Drift was not going to be a samurai? I was hoping that he was going to be a samurai, and it would only make sense that Michael Bay would make him a samurai. But, you know what? Drift was one of those Transformers, rather one of those Autobots that did not have a 100% confirmed name. There's all these hints leading towards his character being called Drift, but finally, I'm going to say that this is a confirmation, alright? We're still waiting for the 100% confirmation of the Corvette, which we're still trying to figure out, is it going to be Slingshot or is it going to be Crosshairs? Now, some people might be thinking, well, who cares? Michael Bay just name slaps. Hey, I'm a freaking fan. I just need to know, okay? It doesn't affect the story in any way. It's not a spoiler in any way. I just want to know the identity, or at least the names of the Autobots, okay? And I don't think that affects the story in any way. It just tells us who's going to be in the movie, all right? So there you have it. That's all I got to say in this video. I just want to show my I just want to express my excitement, rather, for the fact that Drift is going to be a samurai, rather a double welding samurai Autobot who is a Bugatti Veyron, okay? get that. I mean, imagine that. Woo-wee! All right, let's talk about some collection photos. And we're going to start off with a collection photo from Nick. And what he's got here is just a whole bunch of stuff. We got stuff from Dark of the Moon. We got a huge Unicron in the back. We got some Constructicons, the G1 colored Revenge of the Fallen Easy Collection Constructicons, little bit of Beast Hunters, little bit of Transformers Prime, but definitely a good mix of stuff, especially stuff from the movies and the cartoons, alright, and a little bit of Fall of Cybertron stuff. So very, very cool, Nick. Thanks for showing me that. And another collection from John Mark, and this is a collection which consists of Fall of Cybertron stuff, War for Cybertron stuff, and also Transformers Prime. Very, very cool. I'm liking the loose guys in the front, and also the back guys are all in package. So very cool. Good presentation, Nick. John Mark. Next, we have a collection from Jason, who's got all his stuff lined out in front of him. In front of his computer on his desk, which looks really good. Sentinel Prime, Optimus Prime, Leader Class. We got a bunch of the movie toys. We got the Wreckers there. Leadfoot is there. Very, very cool. That's the Lux Rare figure, all right, and another photo of some of the Transformers in their vehicle modes. I kind of like it when they're displayed in the vehicle modes because they look very clean. You know, they're all put together and they look very clean because that's the way a vehicle should look like. When they're in the robot modes, they do look like robots, but some of them look kind of messy depending on what series that you collect. But very cool to know that you have guys in robot modes and you also have guys in vehicle mode. Finally, the last collection photo is from Brian, and this is Brian's dresser, the top of Brian's dresser, and we have stuff from all different series. Fall of Cybertron, Transformers Dark of the Moon, Revenge of the Fallen, Transformers Prime, War for Cybertron. Man, there's a lot of stuff, and it looks like you got it looks like you're collecting a lot of the stuff that you like, all right, which is kind of like me. I like to not buy everything. I don't want to buy everything. I can't afford to buy everything, but I like to buy the stuff that I like. You know, I just like to pick out this guy and this guy and this guy from this series, and then that's it. That's all I need, and that's what keeps me happy. So good collection, Brian. Thanks to Brian, Jason, John, Mark, and Nick for sending me your collection photos. There you have it. By the way, speaking of which, I haven't forgotten about the Christmas Ragin Nation photos. I definitely got that video coming up next, unless something, a big announcement about Transformers Age of Extinction happens. Unless there's a big announcement, I will have that Christmas Ragin Nation video coming up next. So stay tuned for that. All right, you guys send me a lot of photos, and I'm super excited to check them out and present them to you guys, all right? Let's find out what the Ragin Nation got for Christmas. Stay tuned for the next video. As always, if you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, subscribe to the YouTube channel, like me on Facebook, The Ragin Nation, and also follow me on Twitter, @Ragin Nation. My name is Alex. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Peace. To Age of Extinction, just like how Sentinel Prime held a huge significance to the story in Transformers Dark of the Moon. All right? So, you know, speculation, just throwing it out there.